So the Star Wars galaxy is filled with excellent, cool, sometimes even awful characters, but without a doubt some of the absolute most popular characters are the bounty hunters. From Cad Bane to Boba Fett, most of the bounty hunters are, if anything, cool. And today we're going to attempt to rank the top 10 bounty hunters in LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens video game. Now, I know that I've previously made a list similar to this, but that was prior to my realization that many bounty hunters were actually added into the game roster in the form of DLC or downloadable content. So now, with the entire character roster available, let's attempt to rank the 10 best bounty hunters. Number 10, Aurra Sing. Kicking things off is Aurra Sing, and honestly, the main reason she makes the list is because she is a cool character. The LEGO design of this character is a little bland and boring, not too much detail to the printing, but overall, still looks quite awesome. I really do like the character itself, which is of course not particularly explored in the game, but the design and more so the character and personality of this particular one is what makes her make this list.
I bet they're still licking their wounds.
Number 9, Bobo. Boss is a boss. Get it? Oh, please laugh. Bosk is awesome, so why is he so far down on the list? Well, mainly because I think the colors on the in-game model are off and feel very flat, lacking any depth. He just looks like he's honestly made out of Play-Doh or something. But at least the character is really fun to play as in the game because he has some really cool abilities that come in handy in many different situations, helping you out to deal with many different scenarios. Number 8, Zemwassel. Zemwassel, however you pronounce that. Now, the opposite of the issues that I actually have with Bosk, Zam features some fantastic over-the-top colors that really make the character memorable. There aren't too many characters that wear bright pink in the Star Wars universe, so that is super duper awesome. Plus, I have to wonder, how the heck could you possibly wear such a bright costume and be a successful bounty hunter? Like, that just seems like a very difficult task. Number 7, Dangare. The dangerous Dangare is essentially like the comfort food of bounty hunters. He needed to make the list. There isn't too much depth to the character, but he is definitely quite awesome and looks super duper cool as a LEGO design in the game. Number 6, Greedo. Well, he makes the list because he shot first. Well, except he didn't. Seriously, though, I really love the Legofied redesign of this guy. Legofied, is that now a verb? I guess we just made it one, so yay, new word invented. He has some really cool abilities, and again, the character model itself looks great. It turned out very, very, very cool, and I really do love that they nailed tiny little details like the vest and the colors on it, and he just looks super duper sweet in the game. Number 5, IG-88. To meet the droid quota and avoid being called the droidist, we had to make sure that IG-88 was on the list. Well, that plus he is simply one of the coolest looking characters in the 200 plus character roster of this game. So to be a character that stands out and is very unique in that sense, when there are 200 characters to choose from, even well over that, it's very, very, very cool, and it certainly makes you a very special character in the game. Number 4, Asajj Ventress. She's awesome. Number 3. Oh, wait, you want more information about Ventress? Well, the character itself is one of my personal favorites. Just a really, really intriguing character from the Clone Wars, especially as far as like the exploration of the character. And they nailed the character model. It looks great. The colors are all correct. Plus, double lightsabers. Double lightsabers. Enough said. Number 3, it is Jango Fett. Well, obviously he was going to be on this list, but where do I start? Well, Jango is one of the few good parts of the prequels, so that always keeps him in my good graces, but more specifically to the in-game character, I think the character looks cool and plays great, like the whole jetpack mechanic. I wish it would have not had a time limit, like you could actually jetpack around the world as much as you want, but I guess that would kind of break a lot of the levels, like you'd be able to scale wherever you want. However, I think that would have been just a whole bunch of fun. And hey, what's wrong with that? Fun is really what we're going for with these Lego games, so I think that would have been a really cool mechanic. And who knows, maybe in the future they'll introduce it to one of the other bounty hunters. Or just any other character, because jetpacks, 10 out of 10. Number 2, it's Boba Fett. Yes, we got 2 Fett back to back. Well, not Fett, Fett back to back. Because, of course, as famous and as beloved as Jango is, everybody knows about Boba. He was the top one on my previous top 10 list, so I know a lot of people are like wondering, like, who? This is exciting. Who is the first one? Well, you'll find out in a moment's time. What I will say for Boba Fett is that he is essentially another replica of Jango Fett, but he has some really cool colors. I really do prefer his armor over Jango's. Like, I love the little details that they were able to bring into the minifigure scale. Like, it's very impressive always to see just how many tiny little details they can cram into these tiny designs. So I'm very happy with the way that this character turned out, and it is by far one of my personal favorites in the entire game, not just in the bounty hunters category, but just overall one of my favorite characters to play as in the game. He has some really cool abilities that come in handy in many different situations, such as being able to destroy silver Lego objects, fly across different ledges, and so on and so forth. So a really handy character all throughout. And number 1, it's Jar Jar Binks. Sorry, I couldn't even finish that one without starting to laugh. Are you kidding me? That would be hilarious, though, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty funny. If we had Jar Jar on the list as the number 1 choice, that would have been pretty funny. Pretty funny indeed. But yeah, let's get serious, shall we? Number 1, it is Cad Bane. This was the one bounty hunter that I felt like was missing from the game, and the one bounty hunter that I can say I like better than Boba Fett, because I just really like the character. I think the design is fantastic. He's a space cowboy. How much cooler can you get than that? Plus, on top of that, just a very cool character that has been very heavily explored and detailed and given a lot of depth in the Clone Wars series. So all that baggage obviously influences my opinion in terms of like, hey, which character do I think is the coolest or the best? But what I will also say is that I think that the character model in the game looks great. I think they nailed the transition from the animation or the illustrated model right into a Lego-fied form. I think they did a very good job of nailing all that. But with all that in mind, ladies and gents, I want to hear from you, lovely folks. What are your top 10 bounty hunters in the video game? Let me know down in the comment section below. And on top of that, if there are any bounty hunters that are missing from the game, please let me know which ones would you like to see added in the future. Obviously, they wouldn't be into this game, but there's obviously going to be some more Lego Star Wars games, I would imagine, in the foreseeable future, so maybe they'll be a part of those. So please let me know down in the comment section below your opinions and thoughts. I will, of course, as always, catch you guys here hopefully next time. Peace out. I'll see you all later, alligators.